Welcome to another episode of Real Talk with Ryan. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for supporting the channel. I really do appreciate it. Please don't forget to subscribe. There's a button right down there. Subscribe, hit the bell. That way you can make sure that you get all the videos that I put up in your inbox as soon as they happen. So I really do appreciate the comments. And today we're going to get right into it. We're looking at DirecTV and Sling TV. So I've had a lot of people ask me, did I like DirecTV? Did I not like DirecTV? Recently, I posted a video talking about some gripes I had with DirecTV because recently I canceled and I had some issues in the process of canceling. So today, if you have questions about which one to pick, DirecTV versus Sling TV, we'll talk about the differences between the two and maybe hopefully help you come to a conclusion as to what you're going to actually do. So for me, when I switched to DirecTV Now, specifically DirecTV Now. Hopefully I didn't just say DirecTV, but I switched over because, for one, years ago we decided, we were one of the first people that cut the cord. We were tired of paying $100 plus for a satellite service or cable service for that matter, right? And we switched over to Netflix, and then I eventually brought on Hulu, and I've maintained both of those services for the last several years. And I really enjoy them. I don't plan on cutting either of them out. For me, I use a lot of Hulu for my binge watching my shows. And then Netflix is a lot of stuff that my kids watch. And so we do have both services. It runs us about $30 a month between the two services, and it's worth it to me. So about a year ago, I switched from Sling TV over to DirecTV for two reasons. For one, because we just signed up with AT&T and there was a promotion to save us $15 a month on the service. The second reason is if you prepaid 3 months in advance, you actually got a free Apple TV. So he was pretty big. It was pretty awesome to save a few bucks. And I'll do anything to save a few dollars now and then. And I was looking to buy a new Apple TV anyway, so it was nice to get a freebie. So we switched over about a year ago. Prior to that, I did have Sling for 8 months, maybe as long as a year. And I did that just to have some shows, like to have HGTV, to have my, the Game Show Network and TNT and things like that had some shows that I couldn't get elsewhere. And when I switched over, when I was looking at the differences between DirecTV and Sling TV, I did plenty of research before I pulled the trigger and realized that you can get a lot more channels for the money with DirecTV. And this is, you can add your sports channels and things like that, where you couldn't add your sports channels with Sling TV. And as far as I can tell, that really hasn't changed. These are literally just regional sports, like your Fox channels. You're not going to, you do get ESPN and ESPN2, but you're not going to get your big, huge time sports channels that you might want. So, but your regional sports channels, you can get those on DirecTV. You have to pay extra to get those. So if you're looking to just keep your kids busy and give them something to watch that's just on all the time, then Sling TV is a cheaper option. You can get packages as little as $15. The cheapest package with DirecTV Now is $35. And for us, we had the $55 package, which was the mid-tier package, and we got $15 off, so we were paying $40 a month, and that was fine. It worked just fine. Between the two services, I'll tell you this: when DirecTV Now first launched in 2016, it sucked. I was one of the first people to switch over, and it was awful. It buffered nonstop. It was just ridiculous. And back then, my internet service was it was a terabyte, or sorry, not a terabyte. It was a gigabit internet connection, and it buffered still. And it wasn't the internet for sure, and it wasn't the Apple TV. It was definitely the compatibility with the service itself, which is why DirecTV Now started struggling really bad. And AT&T bought out Time Warner last year, 2018, which allowed them to finally, dump a whole bunch of money into DirecTV Now. DirecTV Now was losing a ton of subscribers. And with this promotion with the free Apple TV, or I think they did either a Sling or not a Sling, but a Chromecast or a Roku, you got a free one of those if you prepaid for 3 months worth of service. And they got a whole bunch of people back. But now they're losing customers again because they stopped this promotion. So does that mean they're horrible? No, that doesn't mean they're horrible. I actually really love the DirecTV, and I like the service better than I like the Sling service. But for me, I got more channels out of DirecTV than I got out of Sling, even though it did cost more. So if you're looking at the two, I mean, really, I have personally had the two. If you're looking at like quality across the board between Sling versus DirecTV, they're about equal as far as the quality of the picture and the streaming quality and the buffering. The buffering that did exist in 2016, it went away. I like I said, I signed up temporarily. I think it was on a free trial or something for 2 weeks, and I canceled because it just sucked. And Sling was awesome. It was really nice. I really loved the if you're used to Dish Network and you switch over to Sling TV, then it's actually a very similar user interface. It looks just the same. You almost kind of wish you had that guide button in your hand though. But with DirecTV now, it was, once again, it was very similar to DirecTV, the infrastructure there. So really the reason why people are starting to switch over to these streaming services is because they're tired of paying their ridiculous amount of money per month for a service that's inconsistent, and you don't watch them. I mean, DirecTV now and Sling TV are both very modular. You can add on the different packages that you want. Sling TV or DirecTV is quite a bit more customizable because you can add Cinemax, you can add your sports, and you can just block it together. Start with the base package and then add the channels that you want. Add the kids channels. You can add your sports for $5. You can add your the stars package. I think it's another $5 to add that in. Anyway, so you can definitely customize the package a lot better. The reason that I canceled, and this is really what started this whole video. The reason I'm putting this video together is to help clarify. Is I don't hate DirecTV. I was frustrated that when I tried to cancel my service, I wasn't able to cancel my service. And let me explain. So before the automatic billing was time, before it was time for it to automatically start, I went in to cancel my service, and there's a button. There's literally one button you can click to cancel your service, and it's supposed to be super easy. And well, it proved to not be not to be that easy, because there was some error. Every time I tried to do it, I got issues with it. It would like error out, it would refresh, and I had major issues with that. So I ended up trying to get on chat, and because I'm working and I can't like pick up the phone and call them all the time. And when I got on chat, I had to wait forever and a day to talk to somebody. And before I finally got around to talking to somebody, it was too late. I had to move on. I had to go, pick up kids from school. I had to go do something else. I couldn't sit there and waste my whole day trying to figure out what the heck was going on with my DirecTV and try to cancel it. So anyway, several days went by, and I guess it was like probably 2-week period that had gone by, and they had attempted to charge my card. And I was like, oh crap, I really got to get this canceled. So I canceled my service, and I did successfully cancel my service. And then a week later, I get a notification that they actually charged me again. And I'm like, how can you charge me for something I've already canceled? So my theory was that DirecTV purposefully disabled that cancel button to get people to stay on, because they're literally trying to stop the bleeding. They're trying to maintain their subscribers as much as they can, and they're losing. They're really not doing a great job, and it's not because they're not great. It's because the prices went up in I think it was July of this last year. So that's a big part of it. People went over because it was supposed to be cheaper. It's a cheaper alternative to DirecTV and the traditional satellite TV service. But really, it's by the time you add everything together, it's not. I mean, it ends up being like $50, maybe $75 if you have like everything. The highest end package is about $75. But with Sling TV, you can, your entry level is $15 and your high end is like $40. And so it's definitely a whole lot cheaper. So if you're looking for just a basic package and maybe you can't get cable in your area, maybe you just don't want cable, maybe your cable provider sucks, then Sling TV is a good option just to have something basic for your kids to watch. It doesn't require a whole lot in the way of upload speed. I think a basic internet package, like a 5 megabit per second upload, so like your $20, $30 a month internet services should provide enough upload speed to allow you to have either service. You shouldn't have issues. You shouldn't have to have this crazy fast internet. So anyway, hopefully this gives you enough information to decide whether or not you want, DirecTV or Sling TV. But really, I mean, it's pretty simple. If you want to save a little bit of money, go with Sling. If you want more customizations and you're willing to spend as much as $75 on your package, then go with DirecTV. Just know that when you go to cancel, you need to make sure that you have, that you actually cancel and that you keep that receipt, keep the email, because you'll get a confirmation email. Because when I called back and it's like, no, you guys charged me, and I already, and I got a confirmation that it was canceled, they wouldn't refund my money. I had to fight and fight and fight for it. So anyway, thank you again for watching. This has been Real Talk with Ryan. And again, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell down below as well so that you can get all the videos that I put together in your inbox. And there's going to be a whole lot more of a whole lot more videos coming up here for taking on the Henders. We're getting ready to go on a trip to Oregon in 2 days, and we're going to be gone for just shy of 2 weeks. It's going to be crazy. We're going to have lots of fun. So please come along with us, and we will show you all the craziness that we do as a family of 9. And again, thank you. Have a great day.